Is it appropriate for Facebook to work with the United States government to avoid the First Amendment, help the U.S. government avoid the First Amendment?
Senator, we do think it is sometimes appropriate to be in contact with government and with government organizations.
To help them avoid the First Amendment?
Senator, I'm not sure what specifically you're referring to.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think it's appropriate to work with the United States government to target private individual speech that is constitutionally protected?
Senator, I'm not aware of that.
Welcome back. We're diving into a powerful Senate exchange where Senator Josh Hawley questions Facebook top executive Chris Cox about working with the U.S. government to censor American speech and other sensitive topics. These allegations raise serious questions about the First Amendment, free speech, and whether big tech is too close to government control. Let's break down what went down in that hearing and why this matters for all of us. Senator Hawley starts by reminding us that Facebook, as a private company, claims it's not subject to the First Amendment. The government, however, is, and Hawley emphasizes that they're bound by its protections on free speech. Hawley then questions Facebook's representative, Mr. Cox, asking if it's acceptable for Facebook to assist the U.S. government in skirting the First Amendment by censoring constitutionally protected speech. Facebook acknowledges that while they interact with government agencies, their primary focus was supposed to be ensuring public health information was accurate. This brings us to Hawley's central question. Is it ever okay for Facebook to censor speech at the government's request? Hawley presents evidence of email exchanges between Facebook and government agencies like the Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. In one email, a Facebook employee asks HHS what the White House expects Facebook to remove under its COVID-19 misinformation policy. Hawley points out that within minutes of government requests, Facebook often acted to censor or adjust its policies. This segment opens up the big question. Did Facebook actively suppress viewpoints or content simply because the government requested it? And if so, where does that leave freedom of speech? Before I continue, if you're interested in following more stories like this, be sure to click that subscribe button. Hawley reveals more emails showing that, in many cases, Facebook went beyond consulting with public health organizations. They took direct censorship actions requested by the White House. One example is an email exchange where the White House specifically asked Facebook to remove an Instagram account that was spreading certain information, and Facebook responded within 46 seconds saying, "Yep, on it." Hawley pushes Mr. Cox on whether Facebook was creating policies to target specific content at the government's request. Cox admits they consulted the government on matters of public health, but stops short of saying they acted under government instruction to censor content. Hawley concludes his questioning by reminding Facebook and the audience that the U.S. government cannot work with a private company to bypass First Amendment protections. He argues that Facebook's actions represent a pattern of collusion with the government, where Facebook adjusted its policies for speech that was constitutionally protected, all at the government's request. Hawley warns that this partnership between government and big tech to control speech should be concerning to every American. This Senate exchange raises critical questions about the role of big tech in shaping public discourse, especially when it comes to government influence. When platforms like Facebook work with the government to remove content, it's not just about policy, it's about the future of free speech. Should companies like Facebook decide what is or isn't acceptable based on government preferences? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more breakdowns on major issues that impact our freedom and rights. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.